The military power of Denmark and Sweden are not on the highest in terms of the global military power scale. However, let's take a look at the differences between the military of Denmark and Sweden. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Leroy Kenton and welcome to FTD Facts. This is a channel where we talk about the different countries, cultures, and people from all around the world. And we got Denmark and Sweden once again. Now, if this is your first time here to FTD Facts, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you'll be notified of future episodes. Also, leave a like on this video. It really does help. All right, so let's take a look at the differences between Denmark and Sweden's military. Let's first look at Denmark. So the Danish Defenses is a united armed forces of the Kingdom of Denmark, and they're responsible for the defense of Denmark and its constituent self-governing nations like Greenland and the Faroe Islands. The defense force also promotes Denmark's wider interests around the world, as well as supports peacekeeping efforts internationally. The Danish Defense consists of the Royal Danish Army, as well as the Royal Danish Navy and the Royal Danish Air Force. Their armed forces also includes the Home Guard. Now let's take a look at Sweden. So the Swedish Armed Forces is the government agency that forms the military forces of Sweden. Its responsibility is to defend the country, of course, as well as promote Sweden's interests internationally. They support peacekeeping initiatives all around the world, as well as provide humanitarian aid. Now, Sweden's armed forces are made up of the Swedish Army, the Swedish Air Force, and the Swedish Navy. In addition to that, however, they do have a reserve force called the Home Guard also. Taking a closer look now at Denmark's military, their power index rating is 0.7767, and they rank 51st in the entire world. Their total military personnel sit at a total of 61,500 men, and their total aircraft count is 113. Of those are 33 fighter aircraft. The Swedish Armed Forces has 57 combat tanks. They also have 1,068 armored fighting vehicles. The total naval assets in their possession are 90, and their total helicopter strength sits at 35. And their armed forces is funded by a defense budget of $4,440,000,000. When it comes to Sweden, their power index rating is 0.5263, and they rank 31st in the world. The total military personnel sit at 30,000. They have 206 aircraft in their possession, 72 fighter aircraft, 120 combat tanks, and their total armored fighting vehicles are 1,639. Sweden has a total of 63 naval assets, and their helicopter strength sits at 52. The Swedish Defenses are backed by a defense budget of $5,886,418,500. When it comes to Denmark's army, the land forces, so the Royal Danish Army is a land-based branch of the Danish Defense, together with the Danish Home Guard. The Danish Army can deploy 1,500 troops permanently on 3 different continents continuously, or they can also launch out 5,000 troops for a shorter period of time in international operations without any form of special measures such as getting the approval of parliament or anything like that. For Sweden's army, of course, they're responsible for the land operations. The army, as well as the rest of the armed forces, they are headed by the supreme commander, even though the individual services maintain their distinct identities. Now looking at Denmark's navy, the sea-based branch of the Danish Defense Forces, they look after the maritime defense, as well as they maintain the sovereignty of Greenland and Faroe territorial waters. They also perform surveillance, search and rescue. They also contribute to ice breaking, oil spill recovery and prevention, as well as they contribute to international tasks and forces. Now, the Swedish Navy, it's composed of the surface submarine naval units, the Royal Fleet, as well as the marine units, the Amphibious Corps. When it comes to the Air Forces, the Royal Danish Air Force is the aerial warfare force of Denmark and one of the 4 branches of the Danish Defense. It was initially a component of the Army and the Navy, but it was made into a separate service back in the year 1950. Now it maintains its position to serve as the enforcer of the Danish airspace, as well as provide support for the Danish ground troops. Now, Sweden's Air Force was created on July 1st, 1926, when the aircraft units of the Army and the Navy merged. Now, of course, when it comes to the military, you gotta use equipment and vehicles. So some of the top equipment and vehicles used in Denmark's military is the Leopard 2A5, the Leopard 1, the Weissent 1, the Leopard 1 Biber, Hydrima MCV 910, the Panzeret Manskapsvågen, the Moag Piranha, Caesar 8x8, and the Cardum 10. For Sweden's military, they have the amazing adaptive camouflage, as well as CV90120T Ghost. There's a Magneto hydrodynamic explosive munition, Taser Shockwave, as well as modular advanced armed robotic system, as well as precision guided firearms. So those are some of the differences between Denmark's military and Sweden's military. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of FTD Facts. My social media links are down below, so you can follow me over there to keep up with what I'm doing when I'm not filming these episodes. As always, I can't wait to see you in another episode. My name is Leroy Kenton, and I'll see you all real soon. Okay, so for those of you who can't get enough of this military action, here's a playlist where you can see more episodes like this. And don't forget to tune in to FTD Facts every single day for more educational episodes.